Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Right now I'm going to be doing a reading for Blu-rays. Um, how do you tell that you're a Blu-ray? You just kind of hear the word and know. I don't know. I have a manual on my website if you really want to read something. It's Path of the Peaceful Warrior. It's kind of like I don't know. The energy is really weird right now. Um, I'm noticing like the level of aggressive energy. Oh, sucky. You know what this is? It's a corned beef patty. We call them Krabby Patties. It's fucking good, is what it is. I think my ugly mood just lifted. No, I wasn't even in an ugly mood. It was just a weird energy. Okay, so back on track, girlfriend. Um, the level of aggression is rising within the world, within the Blu-rays. That level of aggression is very much in perfect balance with the rise in frequency. Okay. Um, a lot of things are being pushed forward, a lot of things. And you just got to be ready. Are you going to sit there and be afraid? Why? Why? What is fear going to do aside from bring your attention to the very things that need your attention right now? That's what fear exists for, to help focus your attention on the things that you need to pay attention to. Now, if you're going to allow yourself to be so affected that it shuts you down, um, that's a choice you have to make. That's a choice you have to make. I have to be really just like, bruh, bruh. No, we're not giving in to the fear. Let it serve you. Don't let it break you. And if it's going to break anything within you, allow it to break the parts of you that are resistant to your courage. You know what I'm saying? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the very defining moment where you choose to overcome that fear and properly respond to whatever it is you're needing to respond to. Right? Right. Right. Okay. Um, oh girl, Mama Aya, she ain't fucking around. She don't even use a chancla. She uses fucking vines to whip you. I hope you got whatever you needed. Y'all, this is some shit that's going on. Don't allow yourself to get sucked into this. I wasn't paying attention to the cards until I started paying attention to the cards. And now I'm feeling like, F this. Do not consent. You will not dominate me. I do not consent. I do not consent. Okay, it's never a good thing when my lips don't move when I talk. Because then that's a growl. That's a growl. So let me just pull a couple more cards so we can get this done quickly. I can get to my corned beef patties. It's just some good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I knew it. Okay, they're declaring WAR. Oh, whatever will happen, Blu-rays are the front line. You guys are the front line. That means whatever is attempted, energetic terms, whatever is attempted, you are the guardians. You take the hit first. It's okay. You're strong enough to take it. So, Blu-rays, we were raised like Spartans, tempered by samurai, smelted in the furnace of the gods. No joke. No joke. I'm all serious. Like, So many of the Blu-rays who are here for a specific purpose, we did live as Spartans. Like, you ever heard of Sparta? This is Sparta. You know that movie? I don't know the name of the movie, but Gerard Butler was all spitting everywhere for Sparta. Yeah, no, we lived through that. We lived through that. You weren't necessarily 300. Michael says 300. You weren't necessarily at that specific war. Was it a battle or was it a war? You weren't necessarily there, but you were a part of that culture. Okay. Y'all hear me sometimes talk about how, like, I be getting savage when I talk about shit sometimes because I still have that mentality. You can cause me whatever physical pain, but I will override that pain and I will do whatever I need to do. And you're not going to stop me. So with that type of like disconnect from the physical body was tempered by the time the lives where we were filtered through feudal Japan. I'm talking about the time of samurai. Um, they had a very strict code of ethics that they lived by, the code of Bushido. You have to live with Bushido. It's so important for you to find yourself right now, the truth of who you are, not the self that you were told you are. This is a very key moment in the evolution of the human consciousness. There is enough of us here in a little handful of sand. There is enough Blu-ray badassery contained in that little handful of sand that it can override an entire coastline. Just really let that sink in. This is not a time for us to allow our fear to cripple us. Am I asking you to get violent in the streets? And no, not that shit has nothing to do with us. I'm sorry, we're not here for politics. We're not. We're not here for polytics, meaning multiple parasitic things that leach off of your freaking energetic blood. Mhm. Mhm. Let that sink in. Polytics, multiple multiple ticks that spread disease through the saliva. Fuck that shit. I got a major issue with ticks. All right. So let's get started. All of these cards, shit. Oh my lord. These cards, they tell me some shit is about to happen. That's fine. We not scared. Let the show begin. Let the show begin. So it goes like this. Oh shit. What? Okay. Calm down and start reading. So card number 48, Butterfly Garden. You are in the garden of your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You don't need to be one of those people that constantly needs to prune and like meticulously maintain that garden. You have the kind of garden that thrives on its own. It's its own ecosystem. All the plants work beautifully together. There's no need for you, like, when you try and fake who you are, you're bringing you're bringing non-local components in. So, furthering that analogy of a garden, gardeners, that would be the same as like having plants that are compatible with that temperate zone, temperature zone, whatever the fuck it's called. There's zones that these plants grow in. I'm not a farmer. I'm not even a plantist. I'm just being silly. There's certain zones that certain types of plants will thrive in. Now, say you're in a zone that is too cold. So when I was living out on the farm, I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking farmer. And I was trying to buy all these fruit trees. I was gonna have my own fucking Eden. And then I called the nursery and and she was like, oh no, that doesn't grow here. It gets too cold. And in my head, yeah, peaches, nectarines, all. And she said, no, that doesn't grow here. And I'm like, yes, it can. I could put out like a gas heater. During winter, I can keep it in its own little box bottom and roll it into the garage and fucking heat that shit up like a tropical party. And then I was like, what am I doing? I'm gonna fucking kill this plant. It's gonna die. It's gonna die because I was trying to force something, um, simply because it's what I prefer versus what I know I need. Okay. Why would you do that with your garden? You make it much harder for you in regards to how much work you have to do. And the likelihood of failure is much higher. It's much, much higher. But if you allow your garden to be full of the very fauna, flora, the very flora that thrives in that type of region, I mean, you could totally have an amazing, amazing garden, minimal amount of upkeep. I want a greenhouse to grow what I want. I was planning, I mean, good thing I didn't. I was planning to grow a fucking 1 acre greenhouse. That farm was on 5 acres and, or it is on 5 acres. And I wanted to turn one whole acre into a greenhouse. Knowing that I wasn't planning on staying long term. Don't ask. Don't ask. So the butterfly garden, this garden of your life is where you as a butterfly go from caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly. You can't skip over the chrysalis part where you're hidden and you're turned into goop and then reformed into a butterfly. And even when you become a butterfly at the beginning stages of that butterflydom, you got some shriveled wings and a big ass abdomen. So small movements that flow that fluid from the abdomen to the wings, allowing the wings to dry out and expand and take on the proper form they need in order to be useful, in order to be used for flight. So, right, that's us now. This is what we're going through now as Blu-rays. You are the front lines, okay? Um are we all Blu-ray? I assuming Pleiadians, Arcturians. Um all humans are Blu-rays. Not all Blu-rays have coding that's intact. So some of the Blu-rays, well, a large portion of the Blu-rays, about 70-80% of the Blu-rays, their coding became distorted and they fell from grace. They were the very genome root, like a root race that was used to interbreed. I mean, not even, well, there was some interbreeding, Nephilim. That was the code that was used to hybridize the indigenous species of Earth. Allegedly. I got to add that in. Allegedly. So all human beings contain some type of Blu-ray energy. Yeah, all human beings. Not all Blu-rays have their integrity or coding intact. Quite a few fell. Okay, just like all of the major demons, they're still angels, fallen angels, but still angels. Okay, it's just like that. So the way this is organized, I'm just going to show you guys the first card of the first stack, card number 48, and then the first card of the last stack, card number 48. Conduit from the sky to the earth, be fierce and vanquish whatever is holding you back. I mean, she over here, like, she has her bowl of snacks. She didn't even get a chance to get dressed. She's ready. She'll fuck your ass up. She'll fuck your ass up. She was probably on the toilet with her toilet paper wrapped around. She still fuck your ass up. She was eating her snack on the toilet. She got her dagger. She will fuck your ass up. Does she look scared? No, she doesn't. And she's like, motherfuckers, I was doing some shit. Okay, game on. That's Blu-ray. Right there. That's Blu-ray. No biggie. No biggie. So now that that got pulled today. Now that we've gotten the beginning and the end hashed out, now we know how this is going to end. We're going to go from daydream believer to let the bodies hit the floor. Emmy, can you like give us two visuals of your totality? These two bitches. Me in a nutshell. Yeah. So with that, Art of Seduction, card number 24, Mermaid's Love. You are being lied to. You are being lied to. The Art of Seduction. As though this card wasn't obvious enough, let's go ahead and put it in layman's terms. The Art of Seduction. You know what? I never call myself a mermaid, a siren. You know what the fuck is the history of the mermaids? They hated humans. Yeah, they would lure them with their song and then kill them. They would seduce you with their song and then kill you. I'm just saying. If the exposed breastises didn't work, they would kill you. They would. I don't know why. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember why, but yeah, that's that's what I remember. They would kill you, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that. All these people are like, I'm a mermaid. I'm not. I'm not down with that. I don't think so. So now we go to card number 32. Card number 32. Eighth house. Endings and beginnings. From my rotting body, flowers shall grow, and I am in them, and that is eternity. This is where it all goes dark and becomes mysterious. In astrology, the eighth house represents the long dark night before light comes, where a new dawn is on its way, but you need to grapple with the darkness and the unknown a while longer. Traditionally, the eighth house is about sex, death, psychic powers, control, and material things such as money and inheritance, that which belongs to other people, but such things you will end up owning or at least partly. It also represents a time of year when Halloween or Samhain takes place and involves all dark gothic things associated with it. When this card turns up in a spread, the meaning is clear. You're in a period of great transformation. In order for a Blu-ray to transform using the amount of gravity that's needed to transform, it has to be extremely traumatic. I don't know any other way to do it. You have to experience trauma that breaks you. Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable topic. The last time I was due for a level up, of massive, massive amount. My mother died. And the tears aren't tears of sadness. They're tears of rage. Rage at the price that Blu-rays pay for the growth that's necessary to serve. I'd say that's a pretty fucking steep price to pay. It's a pretty steep price to pay. And whatever it is, whatever price you pay, it's not that you're paying a price as a part of your admission ticket. It's that you pay in pain, because you need to understand at the depth of pain you will be rising from. You cannot lift a people from that pain unless you've experienced it yourself at the gravity they're living through, so that you understand how to pull them up. And so this is a period where there's a pulling up that's occurring. And as we pull up, other things are coming up with it. There's just a lot of things that come up with this process. That's why I get so irritated with this half-ass logic of like light and love, high vibes only, um, that entire culture, because it leaves no space for the person to become aware that when you pull people up, you also pull up the darkness that surrounds their roots. You're not prepared for that, are you? So this light and love culture, this high vibe culture that we see so much of, um, with that, hold on, guys. With that, it's like the equivalent of, it's like the equivalent of purchasing your vegetables at the grocery store pre-washed and packaged real beautifully. That versus getting your veggies from the farm, not a farmer's market, because that's just a step down from the grocery store. It's a nice step down, but it's just a step down from the grocery store. Humans get their veggies from the grocery store. BLUERAYs who are here to usher in change, you go hike out into the jungle, find the appropriate plants, and you dig it up with your bare hands, allowing the soil to enter the beds of your nails and becoming one with that earth as part of your payment for the nutrition that you're pulling out of it. That's the difference between the high vibe culture and the truth of the legacy of BLUERAYs. That's the difference. It's a huge difference, one so foreign. I mean, I saw a video not too long ago where they were showing children, school age children, they were young, elementary school children. They were showing them the uncut fruits and veggies. And they're like, what's that? They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what it was. A lot of things that we are sold by society, we really don't know what it is. Baby carrots are not baby carrots. They're malformed. They're deformed carrots. They're not baby. And then we have this logic of like, um, I'm I'm so far more advanced than you because I eat nothing but organic. It's organic this, organic that. I get, I go to Whole Foods and I get that little plastic container of like the spring greens mix and I'm healthy, it's organic. Um, I don't know if you know this, but the pre-rinsed, pre-washed veggies, although it might have been grown organically in the processing of it, to clean it, it was bathed in chlorine water. You're consuming bleach on your organic produce. So, this is what we're doing in spiritual terms. Instead of cultivating our own soils and growing our own spiritual nutrition, we're counting on other people to package things up for us and to affix nice little titles to reassure us that this is good, this is healthy, it's namaste, it's love and light, it's high vibe, no negativity. Um, no, I would rather dig in the dirt and get my food my damn self. I would rather grow it and know that every day it was blessed by my energy, for my gratitude and anticipation of it feeding me. I would rather know that. And this is where we've come. We're now in the 8th house. The meaning is clear. You're in a period of great transformation. You matter, or your matter in question may seem like a life or death issue. It's a shamanic death issue. The part of you that's still resistant to the type of change that's necessary in order to overcome this molehill of a mountain. We think it's a mountain that humanity is facing. It's really a molehill. It's a molehill. It just seems like a mountain because we've allowed for so many generations to let others outside of us dictate to us how small we are. Um, we're not small. We're kind of a big deal. Blu-rays are kind of a big fucking deal. And I don't say this with ego. I say it as a statement of truth. There's a reason we have elevated capabilities. It's not because we're badass. It's because we're badass servants of creation. And the more you deny the truth of your power, the more you deny the very thing that protects you. I'm Blu-ray, but I get breached all the time. Well, have you been denying yourself? Blu-rays of a certain type, the Blu-rays who did not fall from grace, they contain intact protective code. Nothing can see in, nothing can enter. But the more you push that away, the more dormant it becomes, and the less effective it is. Well, how do I do this, Emmie? What do I do? Dive into your shadow. That's where it's hidden. Behind all the things you're most afraid of. You want the truth of your power? Do the work to mature enough to overcome your fear of yourself. And you'll see all the tools right there. Just beyond all the things you're afraid of. Mm-hmm. That saying, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Everything. You want a peaceful life where you can defend yourself energetically? It's on the other side of fear. And pretending to be someone else, attempting to emulate another person, that's not releasing your fear. That's putting another layer of mask. That's playing another round of charades with yourself. Hiding the truth of who you are does not serve you. It never has. Having this card present does not mean someone's going to die. That's unlikely. Excuse me. But it does mean you may end up dealing with things being passed on to you. Mm-hmm. Inheritance issues. You know what that tells me? We have inherited so much from our intact Blu-ray coding. Even those who are part of the groups that fell from grace, whose integrity and coding became corrupted and distorted. You have within you an inheritance that can override the distortions and restore you back to your grace. But you have to choose that. You have to do the work to retrieve that buried deep, 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 deep in your darkest of darks. And that's where it's buried. But Emmie, I already did the work. What tell you about people who say I did the work? What did I tell you about people who say they've done the work? You were just getting warmed up. That wasn't the real work. Do the work. Card number 7. So there used to be this cycle that I used to have with Michael where it would be an extremely difficult period or difficult circumstance that I would go through. I would neutralize my feelings. I would feel like everything is stabilized. Let's move on to the next lesson. And then it would repeat again. Sometimes with the same person, sometimes with someone else. It would repeat again. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I already finished it. And he tells me, but did you learn? Yeah, I learned. Then why is it repeating? I don't know. Well, then you didn't learn. Because if it repeats, that means you didn't learn. Why would you repeat 6th grade if you already learned all the things you need to learn and have mastered the test? You wouldn't repeat it. Same thing keeps happening. Why do I keep attracting all? Because you're refusing to learn. That's like going into your 6th grade classroom every day. Like, I already did this. I'm not doing that. I already did this. Okay, well, welcome back next year. you're you're gonna fail again. Welcome back next year. Okay? So that's what happens. Card number 7, Jupiter abundance. So lips of the wise are as the doors of a cabinet. No sooner are they open, but treasures are poured out before thee. Expect doors to swing open. Those doors are not necessarily doors that allow goodness only to come through. I mean, did you think your soul or creation installed, you know, that one screen door? It's like just this black screen fabric, and you just attach it to the outside of your door. So whenever you open the door, you kind of just push your way through. There's magnets. It's closed like this, and you push your way through, and it opens. And as soon as you get through, it closes back up. Have you ever seen those? Yeah, your soul doesn't use one of those. It doesn't let only specific things in. An open door is an entry. Entry for what? I don't know. What's walking by? I mean, our consciousness is now anchored in the 5th dimension. It's been. Um, whatever level of dimensional consciousness you're anchored at, your reality, what you experience, is whatever's beneath that. So when we're anchored in the 5th, we're experiencing 4th dimensional consciousness. 4th dimension is where all the parasites, the low level grunt ones, are at. That's their home. We've just entered their playing field. Your door is open, whoever walks through. If you want to open your door for anybody and everybody, be prepared to experience the consequences of that. This is a huge lesson in causation and effect. Whatever causation you select, you will also harvest the effect. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whatever causation has a very direct effect, and you will be harvesting that effect. Whether you crying through that harvesting process, whether you wearing gloves to protect your delicate hands, or you just going full savage, and you're harvesting all of that. Every single last fruit of that causation will be harvested and consumed by you. Every single last one. So with the Jupiter abundance, let's see. So you're being given not only a gift, but also a lift, if not divine help. Blocks are being removed as you wield influence through your own positivity and goodwill. This is certainly an astrological lucky break, but you won't be able to kick back and rest on your laurels. hmm Instead, you'll be required to attend to what you set into place and keep the positivity and attention flowing. Huh. You'll be required to attend to what you set into place. How many lifetimes have we lived as BLUERAYs to set things into place? To ensure specific groups come into power at specific times, to topple dynasties, empires, regions, entire civilizations. How many times have BLUERAYs come into physical being to do this? To culminate all of those historical events into this period right now, and to position each of us strategically, have some of us be moved to different locations, relocation, job, whatever it is. How long? How long has creation been doing this, planning this, doing this? How many tears of human beings, entire towns and villages? How many tears were cried by those people in order to water the seeds that were planted by their ancestors? This is ancestral times we are in. It's coming back around. We did not learn the lesson. So it's coming back around. I say that as a human being, not as a member of the BLUERAY cloister. I say that as a human being, did not learn from our ancestors. So it comes back around. And with every revolution, every circling back around, the revolution hits you and knocks you flatter and flatter on your ass. It just does. And now, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. is the Wheel of Fortune. Is round and round and round. Expansion, the wide open range, moving on to better things, greener pastures, fortune, the living of obstacles, respite after a time of stress or turmoil, the high road, opulent objects, indulgence, the payoff. I love it. Card number 46, Grand Trine. Oh, okay. Card number 46. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. Mm, you promise? Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. That's what we're here fighting for. But in order to achieve that, it has to hurt enough for us to choose to stop. Just like with an abusive relationship, um, the problem is not in the person's weakness. The problem is you become so acclimated to the abuse that you're able to tolerate more and more intense sessions of that abuse. And then you just that becomes your norm. And it is what it is. And why leave? At least I know the evil that I live with. I mean, if the person who claims to love me this much and that I've been with for so many years treats me this badly, imagine what would happen if I went out into this world where no one cares. I'm just lucky enough this person who abuses me lets me stick around. That's the logic. That's the logic. That's the logic so many of us have adopted. Some of us have witnessed domestic abuse in the home growing up. Some of us experience domestic terrorism through the constant exposure to the news, current events, all of this politics stuff. Uh, yeah. So let's see. Let's see. When this card appears in a spread, be assured you're entering a time of easy flow, or that at least many of the impediments experiencing are being lifted. This speaks of a period of harmony and ease that may inspire you to take the path of least resistance. But it is best that you keep your eye on the prize and not let go of your original purpose. Do not leave it on a shelf. There's a possibility that your success may be lost if you do. This is the stillness before the storm. The silence, the stillness, whatever you want to call it, it's that period before the storm hits. Becoming more familiar with regions of the United States where they have all 4 seasons and it actually snows. Um, all that time that I spent in Colorado over several years, uh, I recognize it used to be weird to me as a California girl. Right before a big snowstorm, like a fucking blizzard, it will hit like 75, 80 something degrees, sometimes even as high as 90 degrees. Beautiful sunshine. It's like kind of humid. It feels so fucking good. It's like a baby Hawaii up in the mountains of Colorado. And you give it enough hours, usually overnight, and you'll wake up to dead silence. Why is that? Because something was displaced. That warm air was displaced by the cold front that was coming in. It was pushing it. And all that warm air became more and more heated. And that's why you experience that. The first time it happened, I freaked the fuck out. Luckily, we were at my girlfriend's house. I was like, Jenna, we're gonna die. And she goes, no, calm down. Mary, you're so funny. Calm down. we have a gas. We have a gas fireplace. It's gonna be okay. I was like, no, it's too high. It was like 3 feet. I really thought we were going to die. Apparently, if you're in a house with a fireplace, you don't die. There's food in the fridge. Card number 28, sacrifice. What can you let go of? If you're willing to sacrifice yourself for other people who are vehemently fighting to maintain and empower the very industry that's in control right now, you're sacrificing for bullshit. I'm sorry to be so honest with you. I'm not sorry. I'm just sorry I have to be so honest with you. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. If you think you are going to lay your life down for your political party, they don't care if you do. They don't. Politics, multiple leeches, multiple ticks. Something's trying to tear you down. Blu-rays is trying to pull you underground. You're kind of it looks like to me you're in a state of disbelief, um, possibly even avoidance of recognizing what's going on, what's being done to you, this attempt. Yeah. I don't like this reading. It's such a negative reading. It's just such a negative reading. I don't like the way it feels. You know why I don't like the way it feels? Because it's such a negative reading. I don't like this negativity because it feels like truth. It feels like a truth that I don't want to hear. It feels like instruction from soul so as to avoid the abracadabra of the seduction. We as Blu-rays are being seduced. By what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like a grab for power. That's one of the feelings that I get. Take all the fucking power. I don't give a shit. I'm not here for that. Keep that. Choke on it. I don't care. The other one is like an agitation that causes your feet to slip out from under you and turn you upside down and freak you out to the point where you don't know if you're swimming up or swimming down or bruh, all you got to do is stand. It really ain't that deep. It's not that deep. And in addition to that, the water they're trying to convince you you'll drown in, that's your birth water. That's your birth water. It is. It's your birth water. You're not going to drown in that just like the babies don't drown in it. Their lungs are full of that birth water. You know that, right? They're breathing it in, they're swallowing it. Birth water is pee. I don't know if you know this. Amniotic fluid, once the baby reaches a certain level of gestational age, they are emptying out all of that water daily and peeing all of it back. It's your pee. It's sterile, don't worry. I mean, it's not sterile if it sits. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Card number 6, reveal your gifts. Do you have to bleed gold for you to understand that you're so fucking magical? Answer that question for yourself. Do you have to bleed gold for you to understand how magical you actually are? For you to remove the blinders that you've affixed upon your eyes, the very blinders that you use to block out the fact that your greatness is returning to you, whether you want it or not? Do you have to bleed gold before you understand there's so much about you that you still do not understand? And just because you don't understand the depth of your magic does not make you any less magical. I mean, let's look at creation here. I don't understand. Okay, it's Mercury, I'm ovulating, and I'm salty as fuck. I don't understand how stupid people can still exist, and yet they do. It doesn't diminish their stupidity. That was fucking salty. That's salty. Wow. Call me pickle. That's salty, but it's the truth. It's the truth. People who are so convinced that they know everything and that their stance is the right stance. I mean, I don't believe in you and your bullshit. You still exist. How the fuck does that happen? How did that happen? I don't believe in you. I don't support you. You still fucking are talking. You keep talking. How do I shut you up? Oh, that's right. I can't because you know everything. I mean, that's like just because you don't believe in your own magic doesn't mean you're going to shut that magic up. It just, yeah. because people who consistently act and need to be heard as though they know everything, they're an authority in so many things. Um, that tends to come from a weakness of character, a weakness of faith in self, a weakness in how you value yourself. So if that level of weakness that becomes an externalized projection can still continue to exist without your permission, how do you think it works for magic that is connected to divinity? I mean, it's more potent. It's more potent than weakness. It doesn't need your permission to exist. It never has. This is the part of you that is so divine that it will override other people's attempts to tear you down, unless that attempt is in alignment with your opportunity to recognize higher levels of your own potentiality. Things that won't grow you in the way that your soul needs you to grow, it won't be allowed to happen to you. Well, but Emmy, what about you? Weren't you just saying this morning about like these bitches who were fucking with you? Yeah, I was. Thank you, bitches. Reality, just to despite you. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have reached higher levels of self acceptance had you not tried so hard to convince me that I don't deserve to be witnessed as my soul had planned for me to be witnessed. I mean, yeah, no, all seriousness. Me continuing to live stream is just the most pleasant fuck you to the people who told me to shut up. Fuck you. Try and shut me up now. Hmm. Oh, ain't that some shit? It's not because I think I have something valuable to say. It's not that I think I am some sort of authority and I'm teaching all of you, my disciples. No, it's just fuck you, bitches. Try and shut me up. Now I'm going to be even more truthful. Now I'm even going to be less apologetic about being honest that the thing you talk about negate your bullshit ass high vibe culture. Oop. I stepped on the toes of the people who tried to trip me. Be glad you still have your foot. That was a show of compassion. For real. Be glad you still have your foot. Because at some point, you're going to have to enter a period where you allow yourself to lead yourself out of that valley of shadows. Is it because shadows are evil? No, it just makes it fucking hard to see. Have you ever tried to thread needle in the dark? Why? Why do that when you can be in the light and be able to see what you're doing? It's not because I'm scared of the dark, it's because I need efficiency. I need clarity. Periods where I'm overloaded with energy, I'll go sit in the darkness. I'm not fucking scared of myself. I'm not scared of my darkness. When you learn your heart, when you retrieve your integrity, your honor, your bushido, fuck that. Nobody gets to say shit about me that's not truth. And that doesn't mean I'm going to shut you up because you're talking shit about me. That means I'm going to close my ears to you. You just a want, 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 want. I ain't Charlie Brown, nor am I Lucy, nor am I Snoopy. You can wah that shit somewhere else. Bottom line. So you get to a point where you know yourself, where you allow yourself to take a look at your human history and you own all of these aspects of your life. Own it. The moment you own it is the moment no one else can weaponize your history against you. They can't. You gonna what publicly shame me for? Yeah, no, I did that. I did. Yeah, no, I said that too. No, no, I'm not denying anything. I absolutely said that. Yes, I did. Um, because just like assholes, I have a right to my own opinion. I mean, you're an asshole too. It's okay. Game recognized game. It's okay. It's okay. I think you're an asshole. You think I'm an asshole. I mean, it's balanced. I'm just saying, it's balanced. It's balanced. Yeah. Someone once asked me something about something that I said. I tell you, bitches be trying to set me up. Like, oh, what do you think about so and so? Trying to set me up, right? I'm like, well, I mean, do you want my opinion or do you just want to start shit? Do you genuinely want my opinion? Is this a conversation or do you want, you are just trying to start shit? Because if that's the case, let's call him on three-way. I got some things to say. And this girl called me and she's like, hey, I heard you, blah, 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 blah. But did I lie? Was it a lie? No, but was it a lie? Why are you mad that I'm speaking truth? I can't believe you told me. Well, shit, if you wanted me to tell people better stories about you, maybe you should have treated me better. When someone asks me about details of my human history, I have a right and an obligation to myself to be honest. To be honest. Well, you can't say that about me because it's slander. Well, slander is a lie. You go ahead. Fucking subpoena me for telling the truth. Go, go. I give you my address. Certify mail that shit. I actually pay someone to serve me. I'll give you my address. I'll be here at this time. Okay. I'll wait for your server to come. Go ahead and fucking sue me for being honest. Y'all, stop letting people manipulate you into being quiet so they can continue to abuse you or other people. And it's not that you have to speak about everything to everybody. No, you come to me and you ask me about my human history and it involves that person. And I feel the need to explain some of the things that, okay, I will. I will. If my soul makes me feel like I need to, then I will. Well, I'm bad because I'm listening to my soul. Yeah, how about fuck you? Fire. Y'all, my home planet is Mars. Just this some of my truth coming up. Ignition, fire. I mean, motherfuckers want to be like R. Kelly and then they get all mad. Oh, put my key in your ignition. Bitch, you singing about nasty ass shit and you get caught up with kids? I don't think so. You want everyone to shut up and be quiet about it? I don't think so. I don't think so. If we have these spiritual R. Kellys in our life, how was he able to continue victimizing young girls? Because nobody spoke up. That's how. An abuser is empowered to continue finding new victims to abuse so long as you continue shutting yourself up because you're ashamed of someone else's decision to victimize you in that way, to violate you, whether it's just energetic, just y'all. Now I'm really getting mhm. Darkness, moon. There's a lot of things you're hiding from yourself. The most important things that you need to retrieve, they're hidden in your darkness. Lose your fear of your truth. There is nothing you're going to find in that shadow aspect of yourself that you're not already aware of. You've been present for every fucking period of your life. Every event, every circumstance, every interaction, you have been present. I don't know why you're trying to hide the effects of your history from yourself when you've been living through it. Your life, from the point that something happened all the way up till now, you've been living through the consequence of that. You're a living reminder of what you experienced, however, further down the line. Why hide it from yourself? Well, that's easy for you to say because you've never experienced blah, blah. I beg to fucking differ. You have no idea what I've experienced in life. Because I seem strong to you? How about I'm not strong? How about life has tried so fucking hard to break me that there's nothing left for me to worry about being broken? And so now it's just truth. How about the way I found my courage was when my fear broke the last part of me that I was trying to protect? That life has violated me in those ways time and time and time again. And that I'm a product of betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. How can you say that, Emmie? Well, because I am. I am. I wouldn't have learned to be able to love myself in the way that I now do had I not been betrayed again and again and again and again and again. I wouldn't have learned what I needed to learn about myself because every single time I was abandoned and betrayed, that was an opportunity for me to show up for myself. And after so many times of doing that, My focus shifted because I got bored with this bullshit notion that people only use me and betray me. No, I'm tired of that story. Let's flip on another channel. What else can we kind of look at? Because life kind of sucks right now. Oh, hey, holy shit. I've showed up for myself every single time. Oh, wow, I'm fucking powerful. Ain't that some shit? Oh, I've gotten through everything in my life. And I actually still have the ability to love. I actually still care about other people's well being. Maybe I'm not as weak as people try to convince me that I am. Because society tries to convince you that if you get betrayed or hurt or shit on or rejected, abandoned, and you still care for other people, you're weak. Ah, I don't know about that. Weak people spend all their time pointing out how other people are expressions of their secret truth. Like, ooh, you did this, you're weak. Why? Is it because a reflection of your weakness? Because you think that when you do that, it's weak. So you don't want to admit it to anyone else. And now you're going to point it out for everyone. Ain't that some shit? Companionship, animals. Blu-rays were stuck on this shitty planet. These fucking animals. I'm joking. Companionship, animals. We have to let go of a lot of that distorted human perception. At the end of the day, we're fucking animals. We're animals. Okay. We're animals. Do you see the animals behaving the way we do? And we're supposed to be civilized. We're supposed to be advanced, modern. I don't know. I think this world is so convoluted that everything has been flipped on its head. Things that are considered modern are actually degraded truths. I mean, let's use my brother as an example. So I love his nurse. I still do. Hey, Consuelo. I don't think she watches because she doesn't know I live stream. Anyways, I love his nurse. She kind of freaked out because she came his chest tube was exposed. I was in the process of applying this ointment all the way not ointment, it's a gel. It's a silver gel. So it has silver and other like homeopathic ingredients to help soothe and heal upset skin, minor wounds. This is where, he just suffered from a MRSA fucking infection. He literally almost died off MRSA. And so now she's freaked out. She's overprotective of him and she sees that. But she also sees the change in him since I've been in town and how I'm fixing everything that's wrong. And she quiets herself down a little bit. And she looks closer and she understands, holy shit, his skin looks normal again. It's no longer raised and inflamed and kind of borderline. Is this going to be a fucking staph infection again? And she's like, what is that? What did you put on him? Oh, it's silver. Silver. It's the shit the ancients used. Yeah. $20 versus a what, 100 something dollar prescription cream that fucking did nothing. Did nothing. It did nothing. And it's just an old bottle of silver. Silver ointment. It's a gel. And it cleared that shit all up. Because guess what? All of that ancient shit that we think, oh, it's so outdated. Y'all want to talk so much shit about Chinese medicine? Motherfuckers, please. I ain't even Chinese, but motherfuckers, please. Are you kidding me right now? That Chinese medicine shit, hokey pokey witch doctor shit, saved me from having to fuse my fucking disc. My vertebrae needed to be fused. It saved me from needing 2 complete, total knee replacements. Bitches, please. I'm sorry. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but this world is turned upside down. It's turned upside down. And the Blu-rays need to find their legs so we can stand and write this bitch back up. Because really, I can't tolerate no more of this. I really, really can't. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really can't. I'm done with it. I'm done with the bullshit of civilization. And unfortunately, we don't have the option of hiding away and waiting for the world to implode so we can come out and be the bushmen of the world. And plus, I ain't having no more fucking kids. Don't be tasking me to repopulate this earth because that's not going to happen. I'm just saying. Okay. My belly, my vajayjay, we retired. I've been, please, 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 menopause, please. I'm just saying. So, remover of obstacles, give yourself over to joy and your life will flow. Ooh, I don't want to say that though. Okay. The thing that I didn't want to say is it's just a little, it's a inconsequential little tidbit. Um, give yourself over to joy. Your life will flow. My family doesn't call me Emmie. My family doesn't call me Mary. Only a few people, very, very few, um, they know me by a different name. That name is Joy. Give yourself over to joy, and your life will flow. If you give yourself over, not to me, but the words of soul that come out of my mouth and linger in your ears, those words that create resonance and vibration within your chest and your belly because you're recognizing the truth as it booms through your auric field. If you give yourself over to that, you then begin the droplets that fall that then become the tsunami of change that terraform the landscape of your mind. And then you become a different person, someone who is more in alignment with your highest expression of your most authentic truth. You become yourself. And then as you become yourself, you begin to live purpose. It's not some goal that's far down the line. You need to do these. No, you just become. Become what? Become everything. Become my own strength, become my own healing, become my own support system, become my own comfort, become my own stillness, become my own chaos magic that will level out any fucking bullshit that tries to approach me to harm. I just become. There is power in the statement, I become versus I am. When you use the term, I am, whatever you believe you are in that moment, it's filtered and limited by the filters you use. And those filters, unless you clean those bitches out with a high pressure washer, they're still gunked up with the distortions of your childhood and earlier life. I already know I am. What am I? I don't know. I'm in the process of mentally recognizing that I become. I become whatever I need to be in that moment. And that's powerful. It's not a weakness. I don't need to make statements of what I am right now because I'm so limitless that to fractionate myself into one little category does not serve me or anyone who witnesses me. What am I? I become whatever I need to be at whatever moment I need to be at. Well, how do I identify myself? By my greatest achievement, mother. I become everything that they need whenever they need it. How powerful is that? To only take on the identity that's the most powerful expression of your truth. I am a goddess capable of creation. Nothing tops that. Not even CEO. I like that's fucking obnoxious, those three little letters. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. To have a physical representation of your magical capabilities. Wow. You know what's an equally impressive and powerful title to mother? Father. You're part of that creation. You're part of that magical process. I mean, I couldn't do it to myself. I'm just saying. If artificial insemination, yeah, but you still needed someone to donate. Let's be real here. Yeah. So you still didn't do it by yourself. Okay. Unless you have all the parts, then, but how would you insert that? There was a man that's pregnant. He's an anatomical man with a uterus. He was no, no, no. I think it was just the space abdominal. I don't know, but I was like, how did you get pregnant though? I saw it on TikTok. And then he kept like fucking around with everyone and was like, I bet you're wondering how I got pregnant. Well, if you're not gonna tell me, I'm not gonna ask. Fucking I don't need to know that. I got so upset. I still don't know how he got pregnant. Because like, how did that get in there? And how are you gonna push the baby out? There's no vaginal canal. Okay. Conquer ignorance and delusion through helping others. Helping, not saving. Clarify the distinction. Okay. Clarify that for yourself. Helping, not saving. You are here to help. Help by allowing other people to witness your process, being the highest expression of your most authentic truth, allowing yourself to be who you are, not trying to put up some front of, this is me. No, it's not. Let me call you out on your bullshit. When you need to showcase who you are to other people, like you're putting effort into it, like I want people to know me. Um, is that really you, or is that just an aspect of what you people need to know about me? Because the other stuff, I don't want you to see it because I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is legit. Like, you get what you see with me. You get what you see with me. All my moods come the fuck out during live streams. I'm not trying to impress you or make you feel I'm some sort of way that I'm not. I am what I am. And lately, Mercury has got my panties in a fucking bunch. I'm moody just on live streams. Ain't that some shit? I'm moody just on live streams. No joke. I don't feel this way when hanging out with my family. It's kind of interesting. I'll get you guys one last card. One last card. Let's make this a Kiki card because maybe she can, like, I don't know, make me feel less moody. I feel so salty. Just salty. Salty. So I can't even hide that shit. I don't want to. Hey, if you can't handle me when I'm like this, then you don't deserve me when I'm all positive and happy. Don't come back. Okay? If you can't share space with me when I'm at a place where I'm at right now, nothing's really wrong. Actually, everything's really fucking amazing, which is why I don't understand why I'm so salty when I'm live. Um, yeah, no. Then you don't deserve to share the space with me where I'm uplifting and positive and empowering. No, that's my truth as I see it. I mean, granted, I can't stop you from watching. I can't. That's fine. But yeah, no, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. Like if you can't even, like, you only come around when you can benefit in a way that enables what you want, because now I'm saying things that you no, no, mm-mm, no. I'm not even speaking to a specific person. It's just that thought came up, that feeling. Hmm, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know where that came from. All right. Here goes. Mm-hmm. Look at you. Excuse me. Okay. Bamboo Moon. Did you know that there are no mistakes in the universe and all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that's perfect. Divine timing is perfection. It's safe to trust in this now. You might be wondering if anything is ever going to come together for you, or if it seems to be happening quickly now, if you are even ready for it. The answer is yes. Divine timing is always at play, whether we are letting go or trying to force something. An intelligent power that is vaster than our comparatively limited vision is always in flow, and we're a part of that. We can find so much peace and joy when we realize this and learn to trust and relax in the unfolding of our divine destiny. Chinese bamboo helps us learn this wisdom of divine timing. For about 5 years of its early life, not much appears to be going on, as the small roots attempt to ground themselves. Yet when they're ready, those roots are exponentially strong and the plant suddenly grows like wildfire. There was much more going on in that preparation for powerful growth than what appeared to be at the humble beginnings of the bamboo plant. So it can be with divine timing. There are periods when not much appears to be going on at all, and we can begin to expect that this will always be the case. Yet, this inner preparation time allows for swift development and growth when we are ready. When the time for patient and thorough preparation is over, our growth can happen very quickly, and we might then be concerned that it's all too fast and we cannot keep up with it. But of course, we shall keep up with it because the inner preparation has allowed us to develop a good foundation of spiritual strength. Just like the cycles of the moon that shift from hidden light to full splendor of solar reflection, only to shift again, your unfoldment is just a matter of timing. You are being encouraged to trust in divine timing and know that all is well in your world. Rejoice. Your dreams and divine destiny are manifesting right now, whether it's obvious or not, and all will continue to unfold according to your highest good. Be at peace. You are not forgotten, nor are your gifts being over or underestimated. All is well in divine plan, unfolding of which you are a part. You're part of the divine plan. And your process is in accordance with what your soul has decided, not what you believe you're ready for, not what someone else tells you you're ready for, not the limitations that you believe in that other people place on you. I'm sorry. Who do you think you are to think you have a right to withhold the gift that you promised to be to specific people on this earth? Who do you think you are? And I speak to myself when I say that as well. I was asked to become visible at a time when I was at broken, my most broken, a time where I could have benefited from being hidden away for a few more years. And yet I was thrust into a space of being so publicly visible as an introverted individual. How painful of a process that was. Wow. But who the hell am I to withhold whatever I promised to help you hear and understand at whatever time our souls agreed upon? Who the hell am I to withhold that from you? Because I'm not ready? Bitch, please, you were born ready. As my mother loved to say, I'm always ready. I'm a Girl Scout. At which I was like, do they have Girl Scouts in the Philippines? To which she would start looking for her chinelas, which is the Filipino term for chancla. I got some juking skills. You can't hit me with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. We're done. I'm done lashing you with words. Hey, at least it's a true threat. I'm not just talking shit. I know it probably could have been delivered in a much more compassionate way. You have the rest of the world and the spiritual circles to sugarcoat shit for you. I'm gonna love you in a way that only your mother could, where she can be honest with you. And if your feelings get hurt, baby, let's pick up the pieces and put them back together in the way they were meant to be. If whatever words I say make you feel as though you're falling apart, that's for a reason. Maybe it's because the people who are entrusted to handle you and piece you together lost the fucking instructions. Maybe they have dyslexia. I don't know. But they didn't put the pieces in the right places. And if your pieces are falling apart because you're hearing what I'm saying and your cognitive dissonance is kicking in because it's a hard pill to swallow when the person who says they love you, their behaviors based on what I share, confirm for you that they don't. That's hard and it hurts and it breaks you apart, but that's for a reason. It's a part of your rebuilding. Whatever happens in your life that breaks you apart, those are not pieces that are just thrown away. I hope you understand that. Your soul will sift through the wreckage of your heart and rebuild you from your own components. And it will rebuild you in a way where you will feel fortified, you will feel stronger, you will feel more balanced, more properly suited to fit your purpose. Don't be afraid of the process that you have to endure at your own hands. You are doing this to yourself, for yourself, with yourself. Don't be scared of whatever process you have to go through to rebuild yourself into the greatness you've always been. Just because some of the pieces ended up in places they didn't belong does not negate the fact that you have all the components to be what you've always meant to be, which is great. It's great. Your greatness, made of greatness, coming from greatness, returning back to greatness in the process of recognizing that greatness. Like, yeah, you know how many times life has just crushed me, torn me apart, only to be put back together stronger with a higher level of flexibility. And every time you get broken apart, you have two choices. You can allow yourself to become hardened, or you can allow yourself to become flexibly strong. And just like the bamboo, it's very hard to snap bamboo. It is. It's flexibly strong. Have you not watched Rush Hour when they were fighting on the bamboo structures that were used to help do whatever work on the side of the building? You need to watch Rush Hour and see that. Like, it took a lot for that bamboo to break. A lot. A lot. They had a Jackie Chan and they had a Chris Rock. No, that's the Chris Rock. Chris Tucker. Wrong Chris. Yeah, they had hella people on those bamboo and they didn't break. Did you know that in times of feudal Japan, as a samurai would train, they would use weaponry fashioned out of bamboo because of its ability to withstand strike after strike after strike as they practice their skills. Bamboo intrinsically carries with it the energy of protection and development of skill. There's a very close relationship between the warriors of old and bamboo. Very, very close relationship. One last discernment before I let you guys go. Don't ever be a ninja. Always be a samurai. Ninjas fight with no honor. That's why their face is hidden. I am not a ninja. I'm a fucking samurai. And you will know my energy and my reputation before I ever pull any sword out of its sheath. That's fucking honorable. To know that I will never back down. And I will never fear you more than I fear my own failure. Be a samurai. Don't ever be a ninja. Those fucking honorless bastards. Uh-huh. They hide in the shadows. Trained, skilled, no integrity. We have enough ninjas in this world. Our whole entire fucking government is run by ninjas. Fuck that shit. All right, guys. I just remembered I have my corned beef patties. Yes, I eat meat. I eat processed food. You got a problem with it? Go eat a salad yourself. That's rude. I'm a rude girl today. Forgive me for being me. Bye, guys. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. If you're looking for a shorter reading, join me on TikTok where I do 1-minute readings for all the other zodiac signs. But I haven't been there in a while, so hold on to your panties and be patient with me. Life is riding me like a stallion right now. Yeah, I gotta go. Bye, guys. Thank you, A for Arroyo. Wait. Is there? I'm not near an In-N-Out burger. You got me super excited. I'll stick to my corned beef patties. I love you guys. Thank you, A for Arroyo. Bye.